Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Sometimes surprises come from the places you least expect. And in this case it's from France. And let me read you what's going on here. And I've been waiting for someone to say something like this, but I didn't expect this guy to show up and say it. So this article comes from Sputnik and it's from today, the 23rd of October 2022. This is the title. Ex-President Sarkozy says European Commission exceeds mandate by meddling in Ukraine arms supplies. Now, you know that Sarkozy is a Zelensky, right? He's part of Zelensky, Shmyhal, Reznikov and Yermak. He's a Jew. He was the president of France. It's okay. What's wrong with that? Nothing. I just provide information, okay? Information is always good. Knowledge is power. So, Paris, October 23rd. Issues of foreign policy and arms supplies to Ukraine go beyond the mandate of the European Commission, which is primarily a political organization, former French President Nicolas Sarkozy said on Sunday. And I'm quoting Mr. Sarkozy. First of all, the European Commission is a political institution. I do not understand under what article of the European agreements European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen can justify her competence in terms of arms procurement and foreign policy. End quote. Sarkozy told the French weekly Le Journal du Dimanche. All right, so he has courage, I guess, or he wants to get back on the white horse, like Napoleon. The EU must be careful not to foment military escalation in Ukraine, Sarkozy said, and I'm quoting again. The only thing that the Europeans are hearing today is the allocation of additional billions for the purchase of weapons. More weapons, more deaths, more war. We are hostages of miscalculations, exaltation, irritation, and thoughtless action. We are balancing on the edge of a volcano, end quote, Sarkozy said. The European Commission's president said on Friday that the EU intended to continue financing Ukraine in 2023, planning to allocate up to 18 billion euros, which is $17.7 billion from your children's money. And some companies will make a profit. While European countries have claimed that they are not a party to the conflict, yes they are, in Ukraine, the EU has been delivering weapons and providing funds for the Kiev regime. Moscow has repeatedly rebuked Western countries for their hypocrisy, warning that their military supplies to Kiev only prolong the conflict. Well, since they don't pay, they don't care. And since the people who make decisions still are in power, then what do you want? Everything goes according to plan. The only guys that were not really asked were the population, or was the population, which is going to pay for all these decisions and all this legal looting. Looting because these guys, and this is the banks, this is the army industry, right? These guys, the politicians, will get the arms industry, right, work, so they can send weapons over there. And they will not have money because most countries are running a deficit. And what are they going to do? They want to subsidize the public who pays more for these guys' decisions and placing sanctions on energy on Russia, which will help these guys, which is the third is triumvirate, is a three, 1, 2, 3. So this is the banking system, then is the energy system, and then is the military industrial complex system with the companies, arms industry, and all these the three entities are maneuvered, or they go to the population through this body of looters. But they're not the looters, they're the facilitators. So the governments are the facilitators of these three branches, and the guys that are looted are the ones underneath the governments, which is you and I. All right, because after all, the bill we're gonna end up in our emails or in our mailboxes and so on. So how will that work? The government imposed sanctions on Russia. The energy prices shoot up. Who's making more money? The energy companies. Who produces energy? I'm talking about the ones that are the producers. And then you pay more, yeah, and the government comes and saves you. How does the government save you? Say, you know what I want to do? I'm going to loan some money from the banks, and I'm going to subsidize the extra so you don't pay that much. But the whole amount is going to go to the ones in the middle, which is the energy companies. So the energy companies get their money, the bankers get the loan plus interest, the arms industry gets their orders, right? Hey, we need more weapons, produce some more weapons. The country doesn't have money to pay for those weapons for the manufacturer, so how will the government get the money? We'll ask again the bank, and through the bank, through the weasels, they're gonna pay the arms industry. And then all that from the bank comes to whom? To us. Yes, that's what we are. And we're gonna be paying and for a while, and then you and I will die, and after we die, it's gonna be our children who are gonna take over, paying the loans taken this year, and then after they die, it's gonna be your grandchildren, their children, paying for something that these guys decided this year, and will decide next year and go on. So that's the little loot that goes on here. And Sarkozy comes and says, wait a minute, why are we supposed to be there anyway? Why are we? I don't know if he's doing it for political reasons, to gain political points, so he can be back in business. Obviously, that's his job. But he's right. He's right. I did not know exactly if Ursula has a mandate to do the hanky-panky or not. But if she doesn't, why is anyone else talking about it? Or why isn't the mass media reporting on it? Why has to come this guy from retirement to come and say it? Because he's not involved in, I don't know, he's not a part of the ministry or from the government. He's not there as far as I know. So he's a private citizen. I don't know what his dealings are, but he comes and says that. And if this would not have been the case, like he was lying, I don't think that he would have been, on the news. You say, well, it's Sputnik. Even if it's Sputnik or not, if this guy says that, and he said it, then it's too bad that you don't have the French media. Obviously, it was from French media, but did you find it anywhere else besides Sputnik? I didn't. I didn't look for it, but probably if I look at it, I will find it. If I do about 20 clicks and put 50 names and so on, I will find it. It's not like they hide it. It's just hard to find, probably. But you find out that Jill Biden thinks that her stepson, Hunter Biden, is not guilty of anything. He's just innocent. You find that out, which is an idiotic statement. How would you know? There's no way for you to know. But anyway, this is the level. Something important, something unimportant. Something unimportant made to sound important. Something important with Sarkozy, buried somewhere. But even if Ursula doesn't have the mandate, someone else would have. So it's you can't escape these guys. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.